Hey guys, we should be live now. Hello guys, this is What About Nintendo, and today I'm here for another episode of Coffee Talk. We're going to be talking about a lot of things today, guys, including the possibility of a Super Smash Bros. Ultimate demo on the Nintendo Switch, why I think Nintendo really needs a demo for that game, surprisingly enough, and the 1 year anniversary, or yeah, I guess birthday of Fortnite and a lot of other stuff too. Yo, Lazy James, what's up? My boy in the chat. How are you guys doing today? So, I guess while we're waiting for people to get in here, I'll tell you guys a little story. So, last night was like I got no sleep. I think I got 3 or 4 hours of sleep last night. And the reason wasn't because I was like out binge watching anime or anything like that. Although I wish that was the reason, because maybe I could actually gotten some entertainment out of it. I literally went to bed and then like sat in bed trying to fall asleep for like 3 to 4 hours. Just laying there like, sleep, sleep, and it didn't happen. So that was super annoying. But when it did happen, like, I guess my brain was just thinking of too many things. It was thinking of too many YouTube ideas. So I guess I have a lot of YouTube ideas now. So that's good. Hey, Tiny House Gamer, how you doing? So I guess that was good that came out of it. But like, I just literally was laying in my bed like, please fall asleep. I have to get up and do coffee talk in like 3 hours. So if I'm a little tired, or I make a mistake, or say something stupid, that's why. But I hope you guys got plenty of sleep last night. Hope you guys did a little sleep, got some winks, got some shut-eye, and are ready to listen and chat with me during this coffee talk. Hey, Raisins, how are you doing? Also, this music is amazing, so good. You've been at summer camp all week last week? That's why I didn't see you last week. Or did I see you last week? I don't remember. I don't think so. I didn't see you much, at least. Hey, Leslie. How you doing? Welcome to the stream, guys. Hope you guys are having a good time this morning. I guess we can get into the topics here. If you guys... already? I'm tired. Oh my gosh. Nah, yeah. Alright, so let's talk about Fortnite. You're doing good? I'm glad you're doing good, Leslie. Because Fortnite has a couple of different updates that are happening. So because as you can see in this picture, it is coming very close to the birthday of Fortnite, the 1 year anniversary of Fortnite, which I actually thought was closer to like October, because that's when I first started playing the game, but you know, that's just me. This is like, this time last year nobody was playing this game. Like hardly anyone was playing this game. Don't speak of Fortnite. It's taboo. Don't speak of Fortnite. Oh, I will speak of Fortnite. So we're just gonna go over this pretty quickly here, because we're not a Fortnite channel, but Playground Mode is returning to Fortnite on July 25th for the Nintendo Switch and, you know, all the other platforms as well. So, you'll be able to set up squad battles in it now. There's the ATK, and there's lots of other changes that are going to it, but it's coming back, and it should be coming back forever, like permanently. So this is gonna be a permanent mode, and yeah, I mean, like, Playgrounds wasn't something I ever even tried, because as soon as I heard it, what it was, I was like, that's not for me. That's for like the Minecraft players, or I don't even know what this is for. I don't know. It's just for people who are not me. Like, it's not a bad mode. Like, I think your concept's interesting if you are into that kind of stuff, but like, I'm not. I don't care about making my own Fortnite movie. I don't care about just fiddling around with Fortnite and doing random shit. Like, I don't want to do that. I want to have a purpose. When I play games, I just usually don't like doing random shit. That's why I don't play Minecraft, because most of the fun of Minecraft is the fun you make of it. Like, most of it's just like getting mods and like making your own game modes and pretty much just getting your own fun, making your own rules. Like, I don't particularly like games like that. Like, I just don't really enjoy them. I like games that are, you know, they have their own rules. It's like when you play Splatoon and you get into private battles and everyone wants to play like hide and seek, and I'm just like, no, I just want to play the game. I don't want to play hide and seek. So, you have it on Switch, and Switch doesn't have to save the world, so you can't get the skins. Oof. You love Playground? Yeah. I think it's a cool mode for people who enjoy, like, just filling around, building random stuff, actually being able to shoot your players and having respawns, which is interesting. Like, there's cool stuff in it. It's just not for me, you know? It's just not my mode. But I understand that it's... I'm glad it's coming back, because I know a lot of people were wanting to play it, so... it's good for those kind of people, and I'm happy for them. But it's like, for me... not really big on Playground mode. I'm just gonna play the normal game. Hey, Andy, Amaya. Hope I'm saying your name right. Hide and seek is boring. Dude, I know. It's so boring. I don't know why people want to play that. Every time. Hello. No, it's hello. Whoa. That's what it is. How you doing? Yep. Playground mode is returning tomorrow. Tomorrow, go play Fortnite tomorrow. It's only a day away. Okay, I'm just gonna be done with that. Anyways, I haven't seen that movie in so freaking long. Anywho, there's another update coming to that hashtag Fortnite, and that is the one that's actually for the birthday. And that is that there are birthday cake locations scattered around Fortnite. So, there are 10 different places in the world that you can find a birthday cake in. I'm not going to go over what these are because I don't want to spoil it for anybody who actually wants to find these themselves, which is not me. I'm just going to look them up. That's just how I do all these Fortnite challenges. I just look them up and then go straight to them because I honestly don't... I just don't want to go to the same place over and again and just get murdered while I'm trying to... I just got holding out a map and running around like, please, don't kill me! I'm just actually trying to do the... Dead. That's what happens every time, so I just like go straight to him. No problem, Andy. No problem. Glad it helps you. You normally have a friend or two help me get a good at killing and build in Playground mode? Okay. Yeah, that is good for practicing shooting and stuff. That's actually a good way to use that. I never thought of that. That'd be I might try that. Yeah, no problem, Leslie. No problem. Glad it's helping so many people. It's got like 76,000 views or some shit. Like, it's insane. But there's 10 different birthday cake locations, and if you go find them, you can actually eat birthday cake right next to them, and they give you 5 health and 5 shield. So that's pretty neato. But other than that, they don't really do much. They just get you XP and the challenge or whatever. And you do a special dance in front of them. Especially, there's an emote that you unlock when you find them or something, from what I can tell. Or I can't tell if there's a special emote that you unlock when you find it, or you just do an emote in front of them, like any emote you want. I'm not really sure, but you're supposed to emote in front of the birthday cakes, and then you get the challenge. So that's another thing that's something I like. Fortnite does a lot of these different challenges, so you can go find random things that just pop up in the game world, and I think that's always really cool. But if you want to go do those, hop on to Fortnite, and I think the update's live now, so the birthday cakes are in the game now. I'm pretty sure. So I needed to go do that actually, because I want to get. I'm not sure if there's like a special costume or reward you get from this. I'm not sure, but I mean, you get lots of XP and you get the challenge stuff. So I'm sure you get rank up and stuff. So you know, might as well. Do you know if there will be a mod menu for Playground? I have no idea. If there will be a mod menu for Playground, it does not say. It's any emote? Okay, cool. The article I'm reading on it says it's worded very strangely. It says, let's see. Yeah, it says the birthday event has you find and dance in front of 10 different birthday cake locations. I think they meant to say the birthday event has you find and dance in front of 10 different birthday cake locations, but that's not what they said. They said find and dance. So I thought maybe you found a dance when you went to the birthday cake locations, but that does not seem to be the case, which makes sense, because that'd be weird. Hey, Robert, how are you doing? Welcome to the stream. Twilight Princess had some pretty good music. There were some really good themes in Twilight Princess, even though the game itself was not as good as most of those other games. Coffee, you are really helping me on my 3 hours of sleep right now. Thank you so much for existing, Mr. Coffee. Anyways, we're going to move on to the next topic. And that is about Devolver Digital. And that is that they already said that they're releasing like over a dozen games this year for the Nintendo Switch. And that's all starting in 2 days on July 26th. So, there is what they're calling the Summer of Devolver. And they're kicking it off with Crossing Souls coming out on the Nintendo Switch this Thursday. And if you don't know what Crossing Souls is, neither do I. I've never heard of this game. Most of these I've never heard of. Like, there's a lot of games in here, and I haven't heard of them. So, I have heard of Enter the Gungeon, which is apparently, I don't know if this is a sequel or DLC, but Entering the Gungeon, Dungeons and Dragons, is gonna release this summer. Not a Hero, Super Snazzy Edition, gonna release this summer. Crossing Souls gonna release this Thursday. Minute is going to release sometime. Broforce I have heard of. That game is going to be releasing on the Switch. And The Messenger, which is the one I have the picture up here, will be releasing this summer for the Nintendo Switch. So if you like indie games, you like Devolver Digital, then this is definitely going to get you excited, because lots and lots of their games are coming. Did they also tell you what you get after completing them? No, it did not tell me. That's why I was kind of saying earlier, I don't really know what you get for completing that challenge. The ones I'm interested in is I actually want to get Enter the Gungeon, the normal version, because I don't have that, and it looks really cool. It's like a dungeon bullet hell thing, and it looks like there's all kinds of different weapons you can get, and I think it's randomly generated and stuff. That looks really cool. The Messenger also looks cool. It's like, it's a ninja platformer where you just get a bunch of like cool upgrades. Like you can get infinite jumps, and you can get wingsuits and stuff. It's 2D, and it can switch between 8-bit and 16-bit art styles, which apparently changes the gameplay somehow. I'm not exactly sure how that works, but those two games, Enter the Gungeon and The Messenger, I'm looking forward to. But any of you guys looking forward to these games? I'm not sure. I just wanted to bring it up just to let you guys know. If you guys are into indie games, you should check those out. Keep an eye on the Switch, because keep an eye on that eShop, because these games will be coming out. I'm interested to see what Crossing Souls is. Actually, I'm interested enough to look it up right now. Crossing Souls. Oh, I actually showed up at right immediately. Images. An adventure between life and death. Interesting. Well, I'm on their main page. Hold on. Let's check this out. What is this game? I'm curious. Crossing Souls, an old school action adventure with RPG touches. Explore, solve puzzles, and fight against an army to avoid a war between worlds. Just different screenshots here. It looks very odd. It's just a 16-bit game. The art is like 90s cartoon, I think. It's like, maybe even older than that. It's 80s, 90s cartoon. It's weird. Okay, so it looks like something that's very, I don't know if eccentric is the right word. Very 80s, 70s, 80s-ish kind of game. Kind of art style to it. it definitely is weird, but I mean, it's an indie game. A lot of indie games are weird. So yeah, you can see here what it's all about. I was just curious because I had no idea. I heard about this game and I was like, what is this? I don't even know. Hey, Severio, how are you doing? Welcome to the stream. I saw you subscribed to me last night. Thank you. And you were in the podcast too. That was cool. Thank you. Let's see. Alright. But that was just a quick topic, just letting you guys know if you're interested in indies, there's some good indie games coming to the Switch very soon. But next up is something that I'm sure all of you Smash fans should be interested in, and that is GameCube controllers. Hori is making actually USB GameCube Switch controllers for, you know, Smash and, you know, whatever else you want to play on. So these are not actually ones, these are actually older ones. Those are not actually the new ones. So let me actually get you pictures of the new ones here. So you can see here. Here's one of them. This is the Pikachu one. Hold on, let me get all the pictures and then show you guys. So bam. And bam. Alright. So here there's a Mario one. There is a dope ass Zelda one. And there is a Pikachu one, which is actually really cool as well. Personally, I'm not a big fan of controllers that are see-through. I know some people are. And I know some people, like, I actually recently were talking about, I think Monolith was talking about in his stream that how he liked these kind of see-through controllers, but I've never been a big fan of see-through controllers. Even like back on the N64, I had some see-through controllers, and I preferred the ones like this, where it's matte. Like, I just don't really enjoy see-through controllers for some reason. But yeah, if you don't want to buy, you know, one of the GameCube adapters and use the new GameCube controllers Nintendo's selling, you just want to get something a little easier, something you can maybe even plug into your PC and try to use. I'm not sure if these will work for the PC, but there is more of a hope because it is USB that somebody might, that they might work natively, or somebody might work out some kind of way to use these on the PC if you have like an emulated version of Smash or something. So yeah, these are much simpler than getting a GameCube adapter or anything, and you can maybe use them for PC and stuff, and I think they might be cheaper, but they look pretty cool as well. Like, I like this Zelda one. I think if I was going to get one, I'd get the Zelda one, but honestly, I'm not too big of a fan of the GameCube controllers, to be honest. I'm just not. But you can see they have like different switch buttons, like they have the capture button, and they have, I'm not sure what this button is supposed to be. Is that the save video button? You can just hold this down to save the video. I don't know. And they got the home button, start plus, so it's not exactly a GameCube controller. There are some differences to make it work better with the Switch, which I actually prefer, because I'd like to be able to capture pictures and stuff while playing with this. If I was going to play with the GameCube controller, I'd like to do that. So I like that change. But it's pretty much, other than that, it's pretty much exactly like a GameCube controller as far as I can tell. So it is, however, being sold mostly in Japan. I'm sure you can import it. There might be an American release. Hori does sometimes release these things in America, but it's 3,218 yen, and I don't remember how much that is in dollars. So let's actually see. So that's 28. It's just about 30 bucks. How much is the actual Nintendo ones? GameCube controller. Let's see. You can get one for $30. Okay, so they're pretty much the same price as the ones that you would get, like you get for you know, the GameCube adapter or anything like that. The re-released ones that they released for Smash Wii U and all that. Those are $30. The ones they're re-releasing now for, you know, the Smash Ultimate and stuff, those are also $30. So it's pretty much the same price as that. But I actually would prefer to get the Hori ones, assuming they're good quality. I don't know. They're not out yet. I can't say. I don't have one in my hands, so I can't say as to the quality of the product. But I'd actually prefer that just because it has the home button and the capture button. Like the ones, like if you see here, the ones that Nintendo actually licensed are the ones that are being made by Nintendo, because their Hori ones are licensed as well, I believe. These do not have... I don't care about you stupid faces. It just has the start pause button. It doesn't have the home button, the start button, the minus button, the capture button, anything like that. It's just the standard, like, so you compare it to this, and this has the different buttons that you would expect. This does not have those. Oh, this kind of looks like it has more of the proper texture compared to these. But other than that, like, the shape is pretty much the same. Like, ergonomically, it looks like it'd be just as comfortable as the real deal. Looks like it's shaped the same. I kind of prefer the matte kind of finish on this, kind of like the textured finish on this. And of course, you got the Smash logo, so some people might prefer this. But then again, you got the buttons on this one, so for me, it's kind of close. I'm not sure which one I would get, but I'm not big on GameCube controllers, so I'm not going to get either one of them. But for you guys, you GameCube aficionados, you people who are like, Smash cannot be played without a GameCube, how dare you? What about Nintendo playing over here with your Joy-Cons and your Pro Controller? Fuck you. Get a GameCube controller. All you people like that. You get this be good for you. Just being silly there, guys. Don't worry. Anywho, on to the next topic, though. And that is... Oh, yay! We get to talk about Octopath. I always love talking about Octopath. Who doesn't love talking about Octopath? Octopath's amazing. So we got Octopath Traveler over here, guys. So we got the European... Can't talk. Sorry, I had 3 hours of sleep. My bad. The European charts have come out, or the no, these are the European charts, for different titles. And it was revealed that Mr. Octopath Traveler actually came in at number 2 for the week that it released. Just barely getting beat, assumedly, they don't give the numbers here, by FIFA 18. So, which is surprising, because Europe is not a place where Nintendo typically sells all that well, especially compared to games like FIFA and things like that. So, and to see a game that I wasn't sure whether it would do well or not, even though I thought it was really awesome, and I was preaching the gospel of Octopath Traveler ever since they announced it, and I'm pretty sure I'm the reason that, you know, the game's been so successful, at least part of the reason, obviously. This guy, I've been preaching this Octopath Traveler from Kingdom Come, and it actually hit number 2, which I'm super happy to see, because we need more Square Enix support. Square Enix did say that they are building a whole team specifically for, you know, Switch development, specifically for these kind of games like Octopath Traveler, like exclusive Switch games. And hopefully the success, I'm imagining the success of Octopath Traveler is really going to make them put even more money, even more budget into that team to make exclusive games on the Nintendo Switch. Because Octopath Traveler is selling really well. It's an amazing game. It obviously had a lot of time and effort put into it. I think... Oh, hold on. Sorry, somebody in Discord was trying to tell me they couldn't type in the chat. Anyways, Octopath Traveler is doing really well. And yeah, selling like hotcakes. Exactly, Lazy James. Selling like hotcakes. It's doing super well. In fact, the next topic, which I'm just going to merge these into one topic, is that we heard that, you know, it was selling out Japan. And even though it did 110 physical copies in 3 days, 110,000, excuse me, not 110, that'd be a little lame. 110,000 physical units were sold in 3 days. That was 90% of its shipment. So 90% of his shipment, his Octopath shipment, sold out in just 3 days in Japan. So that's 110,000 units in 3 days. That's really, really good. It's sold out all over America and some places in America. Europe it started selling out. Japan it started selling out. Like everywhere, people were buying this game up, and I'm halfway surprised and halfway not surprised because like I've been saying, like, this is a game to get. Like, pay attention to this game. It's gonna be fucking good as shit. And people were like, nah fam, it sucked by Traveler. I don't know what was. And I'm like, bro, it's fucking good. And yeah. LO 110 no wonder it's sold out. Exactly. Yeah, that's what I was saying, Cynical. Yeah, Cycly says he can't type in the chat. I don't know how to fix it. I answered, I don't really know why it's not letting you. I'm just gonna tell him to type it in the Discord chat, and I'll read it out on the stream if he has anything to say. So, I'm sorry, Cycly. I don't know why it's fucked up for you. I can try to see if maybe you're a blocked user for some reason. I can check real quick, because this is actually a major, like, I want people to be able to talk with me in chat with me in Coffee Talk. If you can't talk during Coffee Talk, what's the point of Coffee Talk? So let me try to help this dude out here. I don't think you're muted or blocked or anything. I wouldn't think so. You shouldn't be. Let's see here. No, you're not blocked. I think you're not blocked. I don't know, bro. Sorry. It's definitely on your side? Okay, okay. Apparently they made an entire chat just for this. So that works. It's fine. It's fine. All right. So we're gonna move on to the next topic. Happy to see this doing well. Really not really much to say beyond that. It's just, yay, Octopath doing good. I need to play this game more because I only have like 10-15 hours into it. I don't even think I've played it past the last stream. No, I haven't. I have the game right here though. Look at that dope ass case. Look at that dope ass case. It's so fucking good. Look at that. Look how good that is. I need more. I need to get I need to get 8 more cases and print out those printable case things and just have them on a shelf somewhere. It's like $5-6 for, it's like $10 for all the cases, for like 10 cases or something. It's awesome. Maybe they figured more people would download the game though. Yeah. Yeah, that physical though. Like I just showed you, like the case is dope. I need it physically. So, I don't know. They didn't send like none, but they didn't send like a bunch either. I don't know why. Like I could understand in America and Europe, that makes sense, but in Japan, like you didn't send enough in Japan. Like they love their JRPGs and the Switch, so just come on. Alright, so but let's move on to the next topic. What is this music? Is this Animal Crossing? Why do I keep getting distracted? It's Animal Crossing. 8 p.m. Animal Crossing City Folk. Never played Animal Crossing City Folk. Anywho, I'm tired. When I'm tired, I'm easily distracted as well. So Bethesda says they have to change the way they approach single-player games. This is something we touched on a little bit in last night's podcast, but I want to go over it again because there were some more things I wanted to say about it that I thought would take too much time in the podcast, and we didn't really want to get caught up in that because we had tons and tons of other stuff to talk about. And it's not even really a major Nintendo topic, but it's something I wanted to talk about because I'm excited for some of the games that are coming out. So, Bethesda was talking about they need to change some stuff. The way they approach single-player games, the way they approach quality, the way they approach different things compared to Skyrim and whatever latest stuff they have out. If you had a case for every game you had seen, you'd be flooded, dude. Yeah, Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I like downloading games as well, but for certain games like Octopath Traveler, I wanna get those physically. But there are some Bethesda games I'm really looking forward to, like Elder Scrolls 6. I'm really looking forward to, but I don't know why I keep it in the door for myself, but you can copy. I want to do it again. I have a habit of doing that, so why not? Why stop? Trying to figure out what I'm trying to say here. So Elder Scrolls 6, that's coming out. Not sure what platforms yet, but maybe it's coming to the Switch. In fact, I don't see that game coming out for another 1 to 2 years, so I could definitely see that being a game that comes out day and date, even on the Nintendo Switch, even with on the other platforms. So Elder Scrolls is a series that I've always really saw potential in. Like, really saw potential in. Ever since I saw Oblivion, which I know was like, what is it, the fourth Elder Scrolls game? I know, I was a little late to the party, but still. I saw Oblivion. My dad played that game on the PS3. It was amazing. To see such a big world back then, when I wasn't really used to seeing games like Breath of the Wild and Skyrim and stuff. Like, Oblivion was such a huge world. I love medieval games. Like, it was such a huge, sprawling world. It had crazy cool locations, like very varied environments and stuff. Like, you could just go all kinds of different places. You could just go into a city and start murdering guards and attack them and challenge them. There were these huge medieval castles and cool cities and stuff, and it was amazing, and it felt like you could just explore and find different quests and people, and the game felt huge, and it just felt so unique, and the really cool fantasy creatures you could fight and stuff. I just thought those were really cool. So then you got Skyrim, which was also kind of the more popular version of that. And I actually didn't really like it as much, to be honest. Like, Oblivion looks, even though it's kind of aged worse because it's old. It's like early 360 game. So, hey, Koopa Troopa, how are you doing? It's like an early 360 game, so the graphics kind of meh compared to like a game like Skyrim, which came out like late 360, late PS3. That looks a lot better. It's got the special edition that makes it look even better. If you play on the PC, that looks even better. So, this is aged a little bit better graphically. But Skyrim's like, my issue with Skyrim is, one, it's buggy as hell. Like, I mentioned this, stupid allergies. I mentioned this yesterday during the podcast, that, you know, there's so many bugs. Like, I mentioned the story where I was talking to this dragon, and we were talking about how I was the Dragonborn, and it was awesome, and I was talking to a fucking dragon on this giant mountain that I just climbed my way up to, and like, it was awesome. And then I was learning about the lore, and I was invested in the story, and then all of a sudden, he glitches into the ground, like, freaks the fuck out, and then, like, flies way far away, like, and I can't hear him, because in Skyrim, you can only hear things that are close to you, so it's very much a proximity. Like, if you start walking further away, even if it's supposed to be like a cutscene, you'll start hearing it less and less, which it's just kind of cool, but it's mostly like kind of flawed sometimes. It fucks up. So I couldn't hear anything he was trying to say to me. Luckily I had subtitles on, so I could just read. But at that point, I was just done. I was like, this story is trying to convince me of this epic lore and history and amazing story, and then it just, the dragon glitches out and flies away all of a sudden. It's just like, no, why? And then it like ended up like falling and slamming into the ground, like glitching into the ground again. And I was like, what? Why? Ah, gosh. And then I had another one where I was listening to a guy in a temple. He was telling me about being the Dragonborn too. And he was just sitting there. No, he was standing in front of a chair, and he was telling me the story, and I was engaged, and I'm listening to this guy. I'm like, oh yeah, give me that lore. Give me that awesome story. Tell me why I'm the beast dragonborn that I am. And then all of a sudden some other monk dude comes with a piece of bread. He's walking, pushes the dude out of the way. Like, walks just like this other dude just like pushes the dude out of the way. sits down in the chair, halfway glitching through the guy I'm trying to talk to, and just starts eating bread. And the bread is just like punching through this guy's back as he's eating this bread. And I'm just like, what is happening? Like, Bethesda needs to learn something from the Breath of the Wild development team. So when you play Breath of the Wild, there are no bugs. Like, I go play Breath of the Wild, I know I'm gonna have a polished experience. I know when I go play that game, there ain't no dragon that's gonna be glitching through the ground and flying away. Like, I'm sure there are some bugs, you can find them. I've seen the internet, like, Link gets all stretchy and weird. I haven't ever had that happen to me, and I've played the game for, like, well over 100 hours. So, like, obviously, it's possible to make a game. In Skyrim, it's even as big as Breath of the Wild. Like, there are some people, like, we were talking about on the podcast yesterday, and I forgot to bring this up, but Andres was saying stuff, you know, like, you know, Bethesda has such scope, and, you know, such, the world was so big that, you know, obviously they focused more on scope than polish, and I was like, bullshit. Now that I think actually about it, like, at the time, I was like, oh, yeah, that's kind of true. No, bullshit, because Breath of the Wild is such a bigger game. It has way more scope. It has a crazy-ass physics engine. You can climb literally anywhere. Like, there should be way more bugs in a game where you can literally go anywhere at any time and interact with anything in a physics-based environment than in Skyrim, where nothing's really interactable. Like, there's no excuse. But so I'm really hoping, because I see such potential. Also, Skyrim had, like, no varied environments. It was like, most of it was just frozen wilds. Like, Oblivion had, like, really cool locations and big cities. Like, Skyrim cities were kind of small. The environments all kind of felt samey. So I hope that the new one has, like, crazy different environments. Because I want, like, Breath of the Wild has some varied environments too. They got the desert, they got the forest, they got the grasslands, you got your Death Mountain, you got your Zora's Lake, you got, you know, up northeast, you got, oh, what's it called? I don't remember. That kind of place that looks very autumny. You got that place. You got the castle, which is very different feel to it too. And then you got, like, up in the top left corner of the map, you got the frozen wild. You got that kind of frozen place. So you got, like, lots of different varied environments. Like, Skyrim's all just, like, frozen land. It's like all of it. You never experienced any glitches in Breath of the Wild myself? Exactly. So. Let me just read what so glad to say here, and I'll go back to my point. Your Switch is back to doing no good. It was casually playing it, crashed, and tell me this micro SD access was blocked. You blow it in the hole, and it would come back no problem, but still a pain in the ass. You know how to fix this? I don't. I mean, just try to clean out the dust. I'd say get a can of compressed air, shoot it up in there, try to get the dust out. That's probably something blocking the receptors or something. I don't know. It may be a problem with your SD card. Your SD card might be screwed up somehow. I'm not really sure. And they had this issue, so I don't know definitively if this will fix it. But I tried to just spray some stuff in there because it might be dust. I mean, it says the access is blocked, and if blowing into it and putting it back in works, probably just some dust up in there collecting and stuff. I don't even know. So Halo game coming to PC, by the way. Yeah, boy. Yeah, we need that, Halo. Oh, Halo Infinite's gonna be so fucking good. But yeah, as I was saying, like, I really hope Elder Scrolls 6 is something really, truly spectacular. But I'm interested to see how the game will look, like, now that they're actually building it from the ground up for the next-gen systems. I think it's gonna look a lot better. I think even the Switch version is gonna look a lot better. It's gonna be way better optimized. I do hope that there's a day-and-date release on the Switch and other consoles, even though I personally would probably get, like, on the PC or something. I think a lot of Switch fans would love to play the new Elder Scrolls game on the go. I mean, like, hell, Skyrim on the go. Skyrim's like a, what, 7-year-old game or whatever, and people were freaked the fuck out that they could play the game on the go. So I definitely think if they release this day and date, like on the PS4, Xbox One, Switch, I think it has a high likelihood that it might sell more on the Switch, just because people are just like, I love Skyrim on the go so much, I definitely want the next Elder Scrolls on the go, so they'll just get that version. Especially if there's something like a 4K dock by then, where you can just have, you know, the full graphical fidelity of pretty much, you know, at least very close to the PS4 and Xbox One versions while in dock mode, and then you can take it on the go. Like, there'd be no reason most people would get it on the Switch. Like, people would just get it on the Switch. So I don't even think Bethesda should be thinking hard about making sure that they can get a day-and-date release for the Switch version. Yeah, day-and-date release definitely needs to happen, especially since I think this game's going to come out like a year or two. So I definitely think they'll have time. They'll have 3 years by the time I think this game's actually going to come out to have known about the Switch, to have kind of been working with the Switch and know all about it. So they should definitely have time to put this game day and date on the Switch. Like, there should be no excuse. So hopefully Bethesda's kind of learned that, like, because their recent games like Doom, Wolfenstein, those don't have bugs. Those are fine. Those are glitch-free games. So I'm really hoping that they kind of take that mentality with their kind of smaller shooter games, like no glitches and stuff. Bring that over in their open world games. Learn from Breath of the Wild. Maybe make it to where you can actually climb. Maybe you can get like climbing gear and climb on everything like Breath of the Wild, or I don't even know what they could, like different things they could take. Maybe you could ride dragons. Maybe you could get more mounts, because you get like a horse and that's okay. Like, it's useful, okay-ish. Would you be able to get something like a dragon, like, eventually to ride around? Like that'd be dope, something like that. Is the Switch even 4K capable? It depends. Like, I know the chipset itself can display 4K because it does 4K streaming and stuff on the NVIDIA Shield, and it's the same exact chip. So technically, if they added an extra, if it had a GPU boost, it'd be able to display at 4K because it has the pass-through for it. Assuming they don't have that disabled on the Switch's version of the chipset, so it should be able to, assumingly. But I don't think it's gonna get to 4K, even with like I keep calling it a 4K dock. I don't think it's gonna be an actual 4K dock. I think it's gonna be like a 1440p dock at most. Like, so Smash Ultimate, since it's already 1080p 60, I think it would be like 1440p 60 with this dock. And then games like Xenoblade that are 720p would be 1080p. Things like Wolfenstein would be like 720p to 900p, maybe 1080p, something like that. So it's not gonna be full 4K or anything like that. But it has the pass through for 4K, because I know it can stream. The NVIDIA Shield does streaming like on Netflix and stuff at 4K. So assuming they don't have that disabled, and I mean they could re-enable it with an update or something. As long as it's not on a hardware level disabled, it should be able to. But no, I don't think that any kind of chip upgrade set would fix that. So, unfortunately. But yeah. Let's move on to the next topic. I just want to talk about Elder Scrolls 6 and how I want... it's just so much potential for that series that they really need to work out the bugs and the kinks. Because it's just... when you're playing a game and you're trying to invest in the story and there's just glitches everywhere, it just breaks all hope of me enjoying the story of that game. So, hopefully they can get that fixed. Well, let's move into the Smash topics here. We'll start with the first one, a short Smash topic before we get into the Smash blog. That is that Nintendo talks about kind of the possibility of a Super Smash Bros. Ultimate demo, similar to the ones we got for ARMS, Splatoon 2, Mario Tennis Aces, those kind of things. So it's a limited time demo, it's only online. So this is what IGN met up with Bill Trade and asked them whether there would be a demo for the game. So it says that's a very good question. Right now they're focused very much on getting the game ready. We have a few other things to talk about down the road between now and when it launches in December. We'll hopefully have some news on that as we get closer to launch. So it doesn't say that there won't be, but it doesn't necessarily say that they will be. And to be honest, I think that Smash needs a demo. Not for the main game. I think you need an online demo specifically. Obviously, Smash is a game that everyone knows how it works. Like, it's Smash. People are going to buy it. It's going to sell. It doesn't need a demo. But, however, it needs an online demo. Because Smash is a game where online has been garbage ever since they initiated. Like, on the Wii, it was garbage. On the Wii U, it was garbage. On the 3DS, it was garbage. Like, we need a demo saying that, hey guys, now that we have this $20 a year online service, Smash is actually gonna run well online. It's gonna be lag free. It's gonna have good frame rate. It's gonna be amazing online. Go play it. It's gonna have all these different customization options, and you're gonna actually want to play with friends and subscribers online because it's not gonna be a shit show, and you're not gonna be lagging out every 5 seconds. And so they need something like that where we can play Smash. Obviously, I just want to play Smash, but even beyond that, like, you need to show me, Nintendo, that you can do online with this game and not have it screwed up. Now, there is the possibility that the online demo comes out and it doesn't run perfectly, but they fix it at launch. So if a demo does come out and doesn't run perfectly, I wouldn't be too worried because, like with Mario Tennis Aces, like, it ran pretty bad. There was lag, and there was input lag, and there was all kinds of stuff in the online demo. But that this also gives them a chance to fix it, because with that game, the same thing with Splatoon 2, or the original Splatoon, like, it was the lag, it was hard to get into matches and stuff, there was just not enough, the infrastructure was not big enough to handle the amount of players that were there. And they fixed it. Both those cases, Mario Tennis Aces and the original Splatoon, they fixed it both times and made them run really, really well. So I'm hoping that they give us a demo not only to show us that it's good, but if it's not good or not perfect, that they can actually fix it, because they need to know, they need the demo, they also need the demo, so that they can tell exactly what's wrong with the online and fix it before launch. So it's both of those reasons I think we really need an online demo for Smash. Plus, for the third reason of, I just really, really fucking want to play some Smash. I want to play Smash Ultimate before the game releases, though. If it was that reason alone, though, I'd understand if they didn't want to put out a demo, but for the two reasons I mentioned, I think that they should put out a demo. Most of the Nintendo's games have had demos, are in Splatoon 2, Aces, etc. Yeah, that's why I really have hope that they will do a demo for Smash, because, I mean, like, all their other big online games have gotten demos pretty much. Except Mario Kart, but that was because it launched in the launch window of the Switch, I think. And they're just, I don't think they needed a demo for that one. And I don't think there was any reason. It launched like a month or two after the Switch came out or something like that. There's no reason to put a demo. But let's see. I 300% agree, demos are good for the industry in general. Exactly, Cycling. I definitely agree with you. Let's move into the Smash blog itself here. So let me actually pause this music here. Open up the music for Smash. Play on, alright. So we're in a little bit of blah. I don't know why I do that every time it amuses me, that's why. I don't know. Let me move this over here real quick. So, we have some Smash blog to talk about, and the first one is the Mii Fighters. So today's fighter, 51 through 53, Mii Fighter, Brawler, Sword Fighter, and Gunner. You can choose from 3 different types of Mii Fighters and select from a set of 3 specials for each type. You can also choose one of 12 voice options. So, the Mii Fighters are back, and here's a trailer for them. Look at those boyos. There you go. So obviously, I think the big reason Mii Fighters are cool is because you can pretty much put any game character into Smash with the Mii Fighters. You can make all those weird people who want, like, SpongeBob for Smash and Patrick for Smash or whatever weird stuff. They want Mr. T in Smash Brothers, whatever you want. You can pretty much make them somehow, in some way, shape, or form with a Mii character, but personally, I've never really been a big player of the Mii Fighters. Like, when they were put in the in Smash Wii U, I played them a little bit, and then I, like, never touched them again. I, like, played them once or twice. I played, like, 1 or 2 rounds of every single one, like the brawler, the sword fighter, and the gunner. And I really didn't care for them. Like, I'm not like one of those people who like making like Darth Vader memes and playing as Darth Vader in Smash or anything. Like, I'm just like, okay, cool, but that's not actually Darth Vader in Smash. Like, it's not the same. It's just kind of lackluster to me. I just never really got into it or found them that interesting, but I see the appeal. I see why they brought them back. Like, Mii's are a big part of Nintendo's history now with the Wii. They're very iconic. I mean, they're on the Switch, but in a much smaller way. It is fun to make Mii's and have Mii's, and I like Mii's as avatars, but it's just like, they feel kind of out of place in Smash. I'm not a huge fan of them. I would not mind if they disappeared, but I kind of understand why they were brought back. Obviously, they're having the every character return, so he was a character before, so they have to bring it back. But it's just kind of like, meh. It was never a character I really cared about. But even so, we will check out its fighters list here. Yeah, here you are. Okay. You check him out here. Special effects in this game look really good. Yeah. There you go. Alright, let's move on to the final part of this discussion, and that is the final blog post. And that is today's stage, the Great Plateau Tower. This is the tower where everyone visits first and lashes out of Breath of the Wild. The top part of the tower can be destroyed after taking damage, but will come back eventually. You can spot a certain old man in the background watching over the match. Whew. So, this is the one, I assume, on the Great Plateau. If it does say the one everyone visits first, which means it has to be the one on the Great Plateau, because otherwise that could be like any tower. So, this is like not very ambitious, to be honest, compared to what I wanted out of a Breath of the Wild stage. Like, if you go back and watch my theory video on Breath of the Wild stage, like, I had two different theories, and they were both way infinitely cooler than this stage. Like, this stage is interesting, and I like how it actually is representative. Actually, I kind of want to do a video, or maybe just do a picture or a screenshot or something on my Discord. I'm not sure if it's enough to make an entire video out of it. Maybe a short video on, like, a Wednesday or something, like on a stream day or something. Short video, but I want to go actually find this location of Breath of the Wild and do a complete, like, screenshot comparison of, like, Breath of the Wild versus Smash Brothers and see how they compare, if they're exactly the same, if there's any differences. Maybe the draw distance is better in Smash, maybe the draw distance is worse in Smash, maybe there's more details that are missing in Smash versus Breath of the Wild. Who knows? Maybe there's actually high resolution textures or something in this. I don't know. There's some interesting things that I think we could ascertain from actually seeing this exact view in actually Breath of the Wild versus Smash. So that's something I want to do. If not an entire video, then kind of just some screenshot comparisons on Discord or something. Hey J1TM, you an SNES controller with analog sticks and hold button? Do you like that controller, Brandon? The SNES controller? It's okay. I don't really like it that much, to be honest. Not gonna lie, not a big fan of it. But yeah, this stage is okay, but not very ambitious. I was hoping for something a lot more ambitious out of a Zelda stage. If you guys want to check out my exact ideas, I have a whole video on it. You can go look that up. Maybe I'll get a link. I don't really have time to go look for a link right now. But you can go check that out. It's just, I wanted guardians shooting lasers through the stage and bokoblins riding through the stage on horseback, and like boulders rolling down hills or something, like cool stuff, or like flying through their various locations. Because like I mentioned earlier when I was talking about Skyrim, Breath of the Wild has some really cool varied environments. I wish like the tower like warped through, where you move to other tower. Why can't you move to like other towers along the world? Why is it just this one tower? Like it's just so much more I thought they could do with Breath of the Wild stage. But maybe there will be another Breath of the Wild stage. Maybe there will be more than one Breath of the Wild stage in Smash. I'd be happy if there was, because like this is a cool this is a cool stage, but it's not that cool. Like it's okay. It's not amazing. It's not terrible either. Like it's a fine stage. It's just not what I was really hoping for. But if we go to the Japanese website, I like always reading the Japanese versions of things, because they can be kind of funny the way they word it. So today's stage, it. Yep, it. That's all they said. It is the first tower visited by the beginning tower. Whoa. This tower was visited by the beginning tower? Oh my gosh. This is our Breath of the Wild by everyone. The top part of the tower collapses with constant damage, but after a while it returns to original. In the back of the tower is also the figure of that grandfather who watches the game. Oh my gosh! You know what this means, guys. Do you know what this means? That means the old man. You thought that Zelda and Link weren't related. But no. Because you know that old man is actually the King of Hyrule. So, since that says that it's actually your grandfather, do you know what this means? That means Link and Zelda are actually related. Hashtag game theory up in here. It's been confirmed, guys, by the crappy Japanese translation of this page, that the King of Hyrule is actually Link's grandfather. It's confirmed. It's pretty crazy. I can't believe it. It's hard to believe, but I mean, it says right here. It's your grandfather. Right there. It says it's plain as day. So I'm pretty sure we need to get a game theory up in here about exactly how that works. But I mean, it's just true. Also, I'd like to know why towers are visiting each other, or how that works. Do they sprout legs? Is this some kind of ancient technology we're not aware of? I'm not really sure, but the first tower was visited by the beginning tower. So we got to figure out what's up with that. Who's this beginning tower? Is that like a secret that nobody's found yet? The beginning tower, the first tower to ever be made. It's like a special tower. I don't know why it can run around and visit other towers. I don't know what the purpose of that is, but apparently that's how it works. Two crazy game theories and one bad translation. We got the King of Hyrule being Link's grandfather, and we got this mysterious tower, the beginning tower, that can run around everywhere. It just sprouts legs and runs around. So two game theories and one image. That's pretty crazy. But anyways, I just like to read that because it's kind of ridiculous sometimes about how the translation, I thought was funny. But anyways, guys, it's pretty much all for this live stream. We couldn't go in for an hour, or what the fuck? How did this happen? Probably because I'm too tired to actually be cohesive enough to make this like the 30 to 45 minutes it's supposed to be. But I thought it was a good time. I'm glad you guys came over here and chatted with me. Sorry, Cycly, that you couldn't chat in the actual comments, but I have been trying to keep up with you on the Discord, so that got kind of worked out anyways. So but yeah. But anyways, guys, thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed this coffee talk, make sure to like and subscribe for more coffee talks like this Monday through Friday. Oh, something I did want to mention, I meant to do this at the beginning of the coffee talk, is that I am going to be, from now on, I'm going to be waking up not at 10 o'clock like I usually do. I'm going to be waking up an hour earlier than I usually do, 9 o'clock. That way, we can be here at 11 a.m. on the dot every single time. I'm trying to get my content to be much more scheduled, so I'm going to be working on things further in advance. A lot of times, I start working on videos that for that day, like the day of, and so the time that they come out can be a large variable. So I'm going to try to figure out what time works for me every day, but for Coffee Talk, 11 a.m. every single day. I'm going to try to figure out a time where I can do like live streams every single day at that time, because I want a time where you guys can tune in and you know, like, hey, What About Nintendo is gonna be live here. There's gonna be a video at this time. Like, you can tune your clock to it. You can mark that on your calendars, and you don't have to worry. That's what I'm hoping for. It's not gonna be like that for a little bit, because I still gotta figure out what time works best for me. I gotta, you know, actually get ready for the content for that, build up a library of content so that I can push that out when needed, and kind of fix my schedule, adjust to my schedule, all that kind of stuff. But I'm striving for a more consistent schedule. It's something that I did, you know, with Coffee Talk originally, by doing that, trying to get it at 11 a.m., but I haven't really been able to, so I'm going to be pushing that back an hour so we can actually get that done. So expect some more consistent upload schedules, some more consistent live stream schedules as well. Thank you, ladies and James. I did think it was a good talk. It was a good talk. Nice talking with you guys, as always, every single morning. But anyways, guys, thank you all for watching. I'll see all you awesome dudes later on What About Nintendo. Bye!